now, landscapes, get the sky going here. We'll do the landscape background first. So right now, landscape magic. I'll show you guys how to do that. Wait, my cape. Where's my cape? Got it. Give me my cape. It's a red one. Must have the cape. It's magic. Let's go through. All right, so the background, right down. This is Elizabeth Mallory. It's Elizabeth Mallory. There's no L in it. I thought there was, but there isn't. I don't know how to spell it. Mowry, maybe. I think that's it. Okay, that's capey enough. All right, so I have that. So then right down in the background, so I have a middle ground, a background, and a foreground. Levels, like layers to them. So if you look at this, so it's a layer here, layer here, layer here, layer here. So the foreground, you could like spit and hit it right here. Spit, you can hit it probably. Middle ground, throw a rock, maybe a BB gun. And the background here is like a sniper rifle. So you have these 3 different levels on it. It's way easier. Same thing with this one, has levels to it, makes it ezy. Marion Peck, also another one, has layers to it, so it's pretty good. All right, so now that being said, got my references, pulled out of the back boxes over there, and then write down combine references so it's not just a direct copy. So you want to make your own, you want to be original, but your R2s, so you don't want to get too creative. You know, make sure you're following these things. Okay, first of all, we'll start with the background hills. So this is background hills way off in the distance, these really far ones out here. So write down background hills are pretty flat, not a lot of color and not a lot of value changes. So not a lot of whites, not a lot of darks. So right here, I'll do this up. And really, you can even add a little bit more blue to this. So if it's really far back, it'll be like similar value and color to your sky. So if you have a purple sky, your mountains are going to be purple. And write down also, that's important to know, because if you have a purple reference here, those are purple hills because the sky is purple. But if your sky is blue, you can use this for reference, but you got to change the color to match your sky. So the hills in the background are going to be the same color as your sky up here, pretty much. It's really far away. So I'll make a little more white to that. Okay. Then, write down, use a bright brush in general for hills. It's a lot easier. It's flat ones like this. And what you do is you draw it out first. So write down, draw out your hills, your mountains, your backgrounds with a pencil. I have mine drawn out, so I'm going to follow that. And watch this. Load up the brush, get a nice clean edge. There's a little bit of water to it. Nice and smooth. And with this, I hold it back kind of far on the brush. And I come up here, all in the pencil lines, and add extra little hoopies to it as well, better than simplifying it. So write down, don't simplify your hills in the background. So it's one brush stroke at first. That's creating these. I'll come over here, move it a little bit higher on this one. But it's not straight up and down. It comes down a little bit, then up again. So you want to avoid, you know, these, like kind of like the butt crack mountains, whatnot. You want to avoid those things. Now what I'll do is I'll come in here and write down, get rid of the one singular brush stroke by adding small little ones. So it looks like, you know, it wasn't done that fast. So it looks like you have some showing the love, I guess you could say. I love you, mountain. Losing a reference. Okay, I'll add change color a little bit. Not tons. Okay, that one's done. So that mountain's done. I'll do a foreground mountain that'll overlap it a little bit with more contrast. So you gotta go like light, dark, light. Always having that contrast change. So this one's gonna be more green and yellow. So with that, to make a good green, I do yellow and a little bit of black. Not too much. That'll give me a good green. I can also use that permanent green to cheat a little bit. Put that in there, yellow and black, and got a decent green. For the medium ground hills, and so these backgrounds here, and then draw this out. See the peaks, how sharp they are? That means further away. So the closer they get, the less peaks you have. So if you want to look at foothills, they're going to be like slower and kind of bouncy, and they're not going to be quite as jagged as that. So this one, more up the foreground, this one will come all the way up here, Add a little more white to it. It's the base coat. So your base coat's going to be a little darker than you originally were going to want to end with. Come up here, once again, clean outline. Comes down, up a little bit, and kind of fades. Okay, then, after I have this kind of outline here, go back into it. So it's a slightly different color, more green, more yellows. I do small brush strokes. This should take you a while. This is not the speed I want you guys to go. It could be a little bit of a disaster. This is too much of a hoopty hill right here. So I'm gonna like extend it. So you want to avoid, once again, these kind of hills. So do that, I'll just extend it out, add another little hill on that hill. Okay. And it goes all the way across. I put a building here or something later, whatever you guys want. Okay, so then this hill, I'm going to continue this down a little bit more. You can see it. And this is the base coat. So the base coat, I don't have to change color quite as often, but I'm still dipping it in different colors. As long as you go small brush strokes, it'll look like you took a long time. If you ever go like this, it's going to look terrible. Okay, so then the next level, you got to go in darker, but I'll show you the, before I do that, write down the colors for the hills. You do the after the base coat. Burnt sienna is really important. Burnt umber and yellow ochre. Burnt sienna, burnt umber, and yellow ochre into the gray. So now I'll come in here, add a little white to it too. So I'm gonna get some highlights on these things. So the highlights, you'll notice there's a huge transition between the graphite we did and this. So with this, it's the same technique, only instead of erasing this, we're adding light paint. So write down, follow the steps in your graphite mountains. So if I add a little bit of a highlight here, it's going to make it come out a little bit more. So I'm going to come in here like this, little highlight, and then I'll change color. So write down change color about every 10 brush strokes. I'm going to put a little burnt sienna in there, mix it up. And then I'm also going to do another hill in front of that hill, and eventually I'll do these.